start streaming. So kind of like the skeleton and bones of what you need is OBS, which is the program. It's up to you if you want a webcam or a mic. And then if you want to show like animations like, oh, a new follower, or oh, new bits donated, things like that, you'd use something called Streamlabs, and there's also alternatives to Streamlabs too. So that's kind of what we're going to be talking about. Excuse my voice, I have like a little bit of a cough, but I'm going to try my best to not cough on you guys. What's up, Stealth, Illy Dream, Chubby Emu, Turbo? Hi, you guys. Hello. Okay, so first thing I have going on is the overlay. Now, that's something that's really simple. Like, I threw together that Nexus Raiders intro that you guys just saw. I literally just put up the logo and put up a title, and then I played some music in the background that I wonder if you guys are familiar with, Star Wars. So let's get into it. So I can show you guys how to like work with OBS. All you need to do is install it. You can just Google OBS for Windows. Usually is the best thing to stream with. Macs can be a little bit more difficult, but I'm gonna show you what it looks like. And when I do that, it's gonna make Inception. So when I show you guys OBS on OBS, you'll just see an infinite number of OBS, but it's gonna be worth it. So just bear with for a second. Okay, are you guys ready for the Inception? Wait for it. Wait for it. I'm gonna transition scenes, and I'll explain that too. Inception. Okay, so bear with the Inception for like a few moments. This is what OBS looks like. You have scenes over here, which is what we just transitioned from. So as you can see, I have the intro, which is what you guys just saw. Let me actually pull up chat so I can see what you guys are saying. Okay, great, I can see you guys. Back to transitions. So these are your scenes you have set up. Obviously, I have other scenes. I normally stream Heroes of the Storm. I have a Heroes of the Storm scene. I have a scene for my intro. I have a scene for what we're doing right now. I have a scene for what you guys just saw, this. And then I'll switch back. You can hotkey those scenes, by the way, too. If you have like something like a mouse or a keyboard button, you can hotkey those, which I recommend just because it's a little bit faster. So basically, this is OBS Studio. It's the updated version of the old OBS, and it can do a little bit more than what the old OBS can't do. Like, for example, there's these transitions that you can do. So when you do transition from one scene to the next, you can change the way it looks. So for instance, I choose fade. We're fading into it. You can choose cut. You just cut right straight to it. Slide. Slide's kind of fun. Swipe. And then that fade to color. So those are just kind of the transitions that you guys can play around with. You can play around with the duration of that too. Other things to talk about. This is the sources, or where you're going to put all of your little extraneous things. We'll get to that momentarily. The mixer is where you're going to deal with your volume. So I have my mic volume, my desktop audio, and I don't need camera audio, so that's turned off. Desktop audio is going to be taking the audio from your computer. So for instance, when I'm playing Heroes of the Storm, you're hearing the Heroes of the Storm audio here at this desktop audio. You can adjust it however loud or soft. This is also how you guys were hearing the intro soundtrack. Hi, Jono. I know there's a lot of Selenity's and a lot of OBS's, but it's the only way I can show you OBS is if it like has OBS Inception. And I think it's important for you guys to understand the program that you're working with. And then mics right here. I have a stand mic on its own. I don't use a mic on the headset. Some people can. It's up to you. You'll just want to adjust it here. Really, really soft. I can get really loud. You just adjust it there. You can do properties and change it if, for instance, it's capturing your headset mic, but you wanted to use your standing mic, or if you want to put it to speakers, things like that. So now you know what we're talking about. This is how you start and stop streaming. If you want to record yourself, for instance, I have a hard drive I record all my streams to. That way, if I want to upload YouTube videos, I can do so. Because anytime you play music on a stream, if you have a VOD of it and that music's copyrighted, it'll mute you. So if you want to upload something on YouTube and you do have copyrighted music, that's another thing, but it won't mute you when you have it recorded on your own hard drive. And then settings is where you'll go to, say, for instance, change your stream key, or you want to just play around with the intricate settings of it. I don't want to show you guys the stream key, so I'm not going to click it just in case I accidentally do something weird, but that's where you can go to see it. So let's talk about the sources for a second. You can just choose to add, to subtract, to go forth, like scroll through them. Right now I have Nexus Raiders, which is this little logo, my camera, and then Raiders is the capture of my whole desktop that you're looking at. So you'll want to click add, and they give you options. I don't really use anything with the audio input or output, but I do use browser source. So browser source is where you can go if you want to, say, for instance, put alerts up, like follower alerts, donation alerts. If you want to have the chat visible, so for instance, if you guys talk and chat, you'll see it right here. There's like a delay. I'll talk and chat for a second. Testing. You'll see it just pop up right there. So that's going to be a browser source. Let's go back. That's where you're taking from browser source. So any type of chat, because I'm taking a URL from something and I'm sticking it in there. So I'm taking the URL from this chat, twitch.tv/nexusraiders/chat, # pop out equals, I'm putting that in there. That's how I'm able to see you guys. That's also where if you want to put up your alerts, you'll get, and we'll talk about stream labels momentarily, or Streamlabs they're called now. They'll give you a URL, that's where you're going to put it. Display capture is what we're looking at right now with all the inception. I'm capturing one of my monitors. I'm capturing my whole display. Game capture is what you're going to capture your game. So here's the storm is a game capture for me. Image is just any image. The Nexus Raiders icon you're looking at right now is an image. I don't use image slideshow. Media source is any video. So my stream, I personally have an intro and an outro video. My outro is a little outdated, but I still use my starting screen. And the one I have is an actual video. So I would create a media source to get to it. Scenes is the same thing as over here, the scenes I created for you guys that I was scrolling through. A text, that is simply a text. So that's kind of how I got in the intro. For instance, if we go back, this right here, Nexus Raiders Streaming 101, that's just a text. I just wrote that out. Stealth, it's really not that complicated. I may be talking too fast. I can slow down, whatever is easier for you guys. So that's text. I don't really use the video source. The video capture device, that's like my camera. So that's how you're able to see me there. And then the window capture is capturing like a specific window. So if I wanted to capture anything that's just like my curse application, I can just like capture curse. So those are basically the only real sources you need. And scenes, you need a scene to put sources in. So scenes come before sources, and kind of like how it's positioned here. Again, this is a scene transition, but everything you're looking at in the scene are sources. There is a lot you can do, but I'm showing you guys just the basis of it. You can get really technical about if you just play around with the different properties or filters things have, then it gets a little complicated. So I'm not going to get into the super complicated stuff because right now this is streaming 101, not streaming 201 or 103. But I just want to show you guys the basis so that you all can start your own OBS and it would make a little bit more sense. No, this is, oh, is it being recorded for later view? This will be, I believe, in the VODs for Nexus Raiders. Yeah, so it'll be saved on their Twitch. It won't be saved indefinitely on their Twitch because I think it gives like 2 weeks. Okay, so let's talk about stream labels. Let me go back. One moment, I have to set things up for you guys, but also not show important things. Okay, so let's go back. Here is Streamlabs. They used to be called Streamlabels, now they're called Streamlabs. OBS is free, so is Streamlabs. So this is how you can set up any type of alerts, like follower alerts or donations or donation goals. What did you miss? You just missed a little recap on what everything is inside OBS. And now we're talking about Streamlabs itself. So when you log in, I can't show you, let me see. Let me see what I can and can't show you. Hold on. So you'll log in and it'll look like this. Okay, I think I can show this. It'll look like this. So you'll have your dashboard, which is what we're looking at right now. It'll show you your follows, your subs, your donations, your bits, all down here. I went to tomorrow's date, but you can change like what it's going to show you, how many followers you got that day, how many subs you got that day, how many donations you got that day. This is just what it looks like. You want to go to alert box. I have to just like make sure it doesn't show anything bad. Okay, so I clicked alert box, right? Here I am. This is where I'm going to create my followers, animations, and things like that. So all you got to do is click what you like. So let's go to follows. We're going to enable a follow, and then you choose how you want it to look like. So right now I have a picture with words underneath it. I can make it fade in, zoom in, bounce around. There's like all these different animations you can play with and what they look like. And this is how the alert is going to come into the screen. Excuse me, and how it's going to leave the screen. So now here's your message. You can say, basically this bracket name bracket is going to say the name of whoever just followed their account. So you could say so-and-so is now following, or you could say, welcome to the Nexus Raiders family, so-and-so. You know, you can put whatever you'd like to put. And then I uploaded a GIF. I find that when you want to have animations that appear over your game, I recommend you find GIFs, or GIFs, however you pronounce it, that are transparent. So what that means is that this little cat jumping has no background behind him. There's not like a white square that appears. It's simply the cat jumping and catching the heart. And you can find those by just Googling like transparent GIFs. And you'll see the GIF, it'll be like on an actual transparent background. So I uploaded that. So every time I get a follow, this little animation plays. It says so-and-so is now following, and also a little sound effect.
New follower detected.
That's my sound effect. It's from StarCraft, but that's because I'm a hero streamer. So you do that. You can change the volume of it. You can change the duration of the alert. Mine is 4 seconds long. You can change around the font color. Like for instance, I want my color to be pink when it shows up. And then you can add a variation. So for instance, if I wanted more than one follower image, I could just simply add a variation, and then I can have as many little animations I want. And I can tell them all to say, use randomly at equal amounts. So you'll see this cat jumping, and then you'll see maybe Pikachu or something. And it'll just toggle between the ones that I tell it to toggle between. So going back, that's alert boxes. You can do that, what I just showed you, you can do for follows, donations, hosts, bits, subscriptions, things like that. So before I continue, let's go back. Do you guys have any questions over what I kind of just went over really fast? Again, the way you would put in those animations that you just had is you would go into your OBS. So let me show you guys. You would go into your OBS, and you would want to go to browser source, and then you'd add existing. So, or let's add a new one. Right here, this URL. I guess you guys can't really see it. I don't know what you can and can't see. Yeah, you guys can see it. You would just put the URL that you are given from the stream labels. I didn't show it because then I would show you guys mine, but if you just scroll up, you'll be able to see it. Also, if you want to hide things, you can just click the little icon, the little eyeball. So I'm going to go into more. I just wanted to briefly cover OBS and Streamlabs. And again, there's other ones like MUXY, Muxi. They're, instead of stream labels, you could use them. They're the ones that created bits. I haven't personally investigated them yet, but I hear a lot of great things. You don't need a really nice PC to stream. And it just depends on what game. If you're streaming Overwatch, you're going to need a good capture card. If you're streaming Hearthstone, maybe not so much. There's not too many animations going on in that. You basically just need kind of the bare minimums. If anything, you might need some good internet so it doesn't crash. But it really does depend on the different type of game. Heroes is kind of in the middle of those in terms of how much CPU it uses, things like that. I don't really recommend streaming on a laptop just because unless the laptop's really nice, it may be harder, but most desktops should be able to handle it. Okay, so cameras and mics. Most people use a Logitech camera. I will take specific questions at the end. I have kind of like a layout I want to get to, and it might answer some of your questions, and then I'm going to open it up for Twitch chat to ask me anything that is appropriate. Most people use a Logitech camera. That's the one I use as well. And then some people use the mics on their headset. Some people use standing mics. I have just like a small little snowball mic. That's what it looks like. That's what I use. I've been told it sounds nice. I also scream a lot when I play Heroes, so maybe it captures the majority of my room. Now, switching out of technical side of streaming and switching to like, what do I stream? When do I stream it? Things like that. So the content of what you stream is really important. It is what you're going to be known for. You can choose to stick with one game. You can choose to be a variety streamer. You can do anything you want. And Twitch is now like creating newer things like IRL streaming. Everything is a possibility. So you kind of have to pick your venue. Starting out, I recommend sticking to a game. It's easier to develop an audience when you are sticking to one game than it is when you're switching around games. Now, that isn't to say don't switch around games, don't be a variety streamer. Just the variety streamer route is a lot longer to get recognized, I guess, and it just depends what you want to stream for. If you just want to stream because you enjoy streaming, which is my personal reason why I got into streaming and why I think everyone who streams should be streaming, then play whatever you want. It doesn't matter. If you're trying to grow very fast at like a certain speed, expectations you have for yourself, I don't recommend variety gaming. Having a schedule helps a lot because that means you are now reliable and people know when to expect you. Social media is a great platform to have, and that way you can display your scheduling. Also, on your actual stream, like if you scroll down on Nexus Raiders, I'm sure they have like a little layout that's talking about, I bet you I could even show you guys. Hold on. Let's go, for instance, to my profile. I'm going to share a screen really fast. Okay, if you look here, I have about me, talking about my schedule right here, social media, rules, goals, the companies I'm a part of. All of those things are down below. So you can easily put on your schedule, like, this is when I'm live, things like that. Other things in regards to scheduling, just try to stay consistent. If you're not going to be around, tweet it. There is probably going to be a viewer there waiting for you, and if you don't inform them in some way using Curse, Discord, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitch, you know, they just figured you didn't want to stream. Let's see. What about having 2 to 3 games you usually play? Would that be bad? Nothing's bad. It's just different. Like, I started off streaming Heroes of the Storm almost exclusively. And then some days of the week I'd be like, oh, let's have Storytime Tuesday. And I played Telltale games, or I randomly played Zelda here and there. It's just easier. It's just easier, not better. to stick with one game when you are new. That's why big streamers, like giant ones, can play whatever small little indie game and still keep almost the same number of audience. Not everyone's going to stick around. But if you want to just stream what you want to play, do it. Because no one wants to watch a stream about you playing something you don't actually want to play. You have to, first and foremost, like what you're doing. Enjoy it. And then people will also enjoy it with you. And kind of a discretion I want to give out is, while streaming, don't look at your number of people in your channel. Like, that's not going to help. It's not going to make you feel good. It's just going to make you stressed. You shouldn't care about that kind of stuff early on. Early on, you should just be caring about putting out the best content. Sometimes that means talking to yourself for like hours and having no one in your channel. But for that one person who randomly comes in, which you may not see because you're playing a video game, they're going to have a great time, and that's what you should be excited about. I've been with Twitch 2 years. I didn't get to where I am by not just enjoying being there or being with that one person for months. You know, it's just exciting to put a smile on people's faces. That's just a little discretion, because a lot of people get into streaming and all they care about are their numbers, and that's not right, and I don't recommend that, because numbers aren't everything. You should be streaming because you have fun and it's enjoying for you to do it. Switching down, talking about graphics. As you guys saw just a moment ago, I had little graphics made of about me or my schedule or the graphics of my starting screen or anything that's the graphics, basically. The Nexus Raiders logo right here. I think adding graphics and adding overlays makes your whole stream look very professional. So when you guys enter a stream, some of you may look around for things that are professional. Some of you may look around for what games do they normally play. All of this really impacts whether a viewer is going to stay or not. So, and whether you want to partner with companies later on. You know, intro videos are really professional, nice to have. You can easily get, if you're not good with graphics, there's a lot of people streaming in the creative section that make graphics, and you can always reach out to someone. It may be a little bit of financial. I know I had some of my graphics made by someone, and it was completely worth it. Yeah, let's see. I think I covered the most of what I wanted to cover. I'm trying to see. Honestly, streaming is, I gave you guys the technical side of it, and how to set it up, that you don't need a really fancy computer. If anything, you just need internet that won't crash on you. And tips like picking a game or picking to be a variety gamer and start advertising yourself like that. You're basically marketing yourself. It's your brand. Selenityy is a brand. Selena is my name and my person. Selenityy is my brand and my Twitch. The way I market it is how it's going to grow or not grow. The way I market it, who I talk to, who I want to befriend. When I first started streaming Heroes, I didn't really get into the community that much because I didn't know how. And then I joined Twitter, and then I started watching other people's streams, and now I'd like to say that I'm very much involved with the community, and it's amazing. And that's what streaming should be, is just an exciting community to want to be a part of. I think that's all I have. Let's take questions from the chat. What have I not answered that you guys are curious? Hi, Intermedes. Networking is super important. I'm still learning how to do it. Can I go over bots? Yes. So in chat, I know chats now you can have auto mods. I haven't dug into that yet, so I find loyal people who can mod my channel. But you do have bots that can do things like commands. I have Nightbot. So Nightbot is able to, if someone does ! Giveaway, and I have a giveaway, I can have Nightbot talk about my giveaway. Or they can say ! I don't even know what my channel even has. Or ! Ranked. And then Nightbot will pop up and say, oh, Selena is rank whatever the time is. And basically, you just download that like you'd download a BS Nightbot. You Google it, download it. There's tons of bots. A lot of them can do all kinds of stuff. So it's worth looking into. Or you can just start off with, I started off with Moobot, I think, and I switched to Nightbot. They all kind of do the same thing. Do UI window capture my stream label stuff for my second monitor? So when I am pulling from a capture, yes. Like right now, the chat that is being captured, actually, there's a workaround. The way I capture my chat, yes. The way I'm capturing the chat right now, which honestly I should have changed it so like the chat doesn't disappear, but that's neither here nor there. I just downloaded a program for that. I Googled how to do it. I don't even know what I downloaded for it. Let me look into my history. Night Dev Cap Chat. That's what it was. nightdev.com/KAP chat / and then I was able to say I want the chat of Nexus Raiders, and then I put in that URL on the source, and that was how I got it. But talking about monitors, some people do stream with only one monitor. For the longest time I streamed with two, and the size of my second monitor is like the size of, it's a 12 by 12 monitor. Like it's the size of this water bottle. And I had crammed onto it OBS stream labels so I could see who's following, and I could thank them when they followed. It would show me a feed of who's following, like I showed you guys on the Twitch dashboard. And then I had my chat open to look at that. You can do all that. Like for instance, you could just not look at your OBS. Look at the follows when they happen on like an email. Like you can email your phone, hook up, and then you'd look and see an email pop up to say so-and-so's following. Or you could have chat on your phone and just like position your phone up and look at your chat on your phone while you stream. You don't have to be good at gaming to stream, but you do have to think about, well, what are you streaming for? So are you wanting to be like a pro gamer stream? Are you wanting to be like the most social stream? Do you want to be like a comedy stream? You know, it's hard to find your voice, and that I think takes the longest time. When I joined Twitch, I didn't know what I wanted from my stream. I just wanted to stream. Later on in life, I find that I scream a lot, so people enjoy hearing that. I don't know if they enjoy it or not, but they come back for it. And I did progressively get better at the game that I was playing because I played it for 8 hours a day. So I'm not a pro at it, and there's times where I play a character I have no idea what I'm doing, and it's funny for my chat. So you don't have to actually be good at the game. You can just be yourself and have your personality be what attracts people. Can you show how to set up Nightbot? Do you know if a bot that can tell you when people enter the stream but don't talk? That I am not sure. You can look that up analytics-wise. I would have to dig in on Google how. The way I think I did it is we created a bot for me to do betting on my stream with, like, if you're in the chat long enough, you get seleniums, and then you can bet using the seleniums. That's how I was able to see people entering my stream and not saying anything. But that was just an after effect of what I was doing. Let me see if I can do the Nightbot for you guys. You can also just click on here. You can also click, here's the chat, right? I'm looking at chat. This little 3 lines, 4 lines, whatever it is, shows all of the viewers in the channel. So maybe they're not talking, but you see them here. Now, if you get hosted, you won't see them here because they might stay on the host channel and not actually get into your chat's channel. Does that make sense? Let's see. It's just nightbot.tv. Here you go. And then you just sign up or log in. I just went Nightbot. I just Googled Nightbot. It's beta.nightbot.tv. Let me see. If I log in, will it show something? It gives you some stats. I personally don't really want to show you guys my stats. It also is where you can edit commands. I can show you guys the commands thing. So here on commands, I have, when I did my 24-hour stream, the schedule for it, you just do exclamation point, and it spits it out. You could do giveaways. And then when you sign up, it becomes integrated into your Twitch channel. Sorry, guys. If you're not confident talking in English, you could stream in your native language. Another thing with streaming is setting up like the title and things like that. So you'll want to go to twitch.tv/your username/dashboard. And it will look like this. So this is my personal one. You have the title for your stream, the language, you could change it to any language. I'm an English speaker, so I speak English. I put it on English. However, put it on whatever language you like to speak if you like. It just shows when people scroll down, they see, oh, this is English. And then the game you're playing. And then when you're online, it'll tell you how many people are in your chat. Here's your chat. A video preview of if you were online, this is what you show. This is my offline screen. And now it has stream health. It just shows you how you're doing. And then you could do other things like stats. You could see a lot of your stats, your stream key, things like that. But I can't show you guys some of that stuff. Giveaways. So if you go into your chat, let me test it and make sure it doesn't show anything. Okay, yeah. So I think this is part of stream labels. I think it's part of stream labels if I'm not mistaken. You'll be able to, let me show it on this chat. Sorry, I'm like playing around with how to show you guys certain things. Okay, so down here there's a little gift. It's called Open Twitch Giveaways. And it shows you, it'll take you right here. So then you could say, I want only my users to be able to do it. And I want them to have to type in !giveaway. You could make them type in whatever you want. And then whoever starts typing that, they'll appear over here, and then you roll for your giveaway. Oh, thank you, Vivans, for that link. Yeah, this is where I go. Hold on. I'm like dealing with multiple monitors. Boom. Twitch giveaways. It's a Chrome extension. Streamlabs is also a Chrome extension. How to select the right monitors, mods for your channel, people you trust. People who you know will go with what you'd like for them to do in your channel. What else have I not covered? You guys have any questions? Questions? Did any of you learn something new today? How many of you are going to go download OBS? Or Streamlabs? Or search transparent GIFs for 2 hours to find the right follower animation like I did? Let me scroll up to see if I missed stuff during my spiel. I think I got most things. Wow means so savage. He's one of my mods, for those of you who are confused why he's being savage. How I branded myself? Well, let me think. I don't even know how I'm branded personally. I branded myself, I guess, as a Heroes of the Storm streamer. So, like, for instance, my offline image is Heroes of the Storm. a lot of my animations at first were actually Overwatch, which is kind of weird because I was originally going to be an Overwatch streamer before Overwatch came out. And I guess I just kept streaming Heroes. I just really like Heroes of the Storm. I got connected with Gale Force Esports. I actually connected with them. So I had been reached out to personally by Blizzard to be part of their streaming schedule with Heroes of the Storm. And then I realized a lot of people are streamers for esports teams, and I wasn't one. So I actually reached out to Gale Force Esports through Twitter and asked if they were looking for anyone to have on their Twitch team. And then I went through an interview with them via Discord, and I got accepted. I guess that's under networking. Don't be afraid to ask. The worst that they could say is no. I think the Blizzard thing, they look for people. But I think they look for people who are positive and give back to the community and care about the game. Other than that, I guess, I'm also with Killer Networking. They make network chips for your motherboards, and they are partners with Alienware. So every Friday I'm on the Alienware Twitch channel as a representative of Killer Networking. That I had someone who did a commercial for them, and she had passed my name along, and I interviewed with them. We went to a coffee shop, we interviewed, and they liked me. So they were looking for people who wanted to grow with them, and I was definitely a small stream wanting to grow. What's your next goal in streaming besides being partnered with Twitch and get subs? I want to get back to being Diamond. That's not actually streaming. I don't know. Streaming and Heroes of the Storm go hand in hand. I don't play it when I'm not streaming because I'm streaming 24/7. I guess I want to be able to experiment with other stuff besides Heroes. Like, a lot of you guys ask for cosplaying, and I don't know how to cosplay at all. But if I were to figure it out, I'd want it to be on stream. I want to stream more with the community. I do play with viewers once a week, but like with other streamers, for instance, I don't play a lot of Heroes with other streamers because I'm always trying to just rank up. I don't know, I just want to have fun with it still. It's still fun for me 2 years later. I do it full time. I have a part-time job. I didn't start off that way, and I don't recommend you quitting your job to stream. My part-time job pays all my bills, not my stream. So, with that being said, for all of you who want to be a full-time streamer, be smart about it and don't leave your job unless you have something planned. I left my full-time job because I had a part-time job that could pay what I needed them to pay and worked around my stream schedule. Yes, later on today I'll be playing Heroes of the Storm, like whenever we're done interviewing here. And thank you, Nexus Raiders, for having me, by the way. I appreciate it. You cosplay. Cosplaying, I feel like, is so expensive. I did do a cooking stream once. That was weird. It wasn't even in my kitchen because I couldn't get a long enough cord to like stream my kitchen. Any regrets that I didn't start networking sooner? And even to this day, I'm really bad at networking. So that's a goal. That's definitely one of my New Year's resolutions. No, I'm not going to say things because I don't know what I'd say if I said it. Thank you guys so much. Any other questions? Always talk to your chat too. They're like who you're streaming for. Work on multitasking. If you can't like look away and at your game and at the chat, and at your game and at the chat, just work on it. Balancing gaming and school. That's a good question. I feel like I didn't really game a lot in college, but that was because I was tryharding. But working a full-time job and streaming every single day, I did that for a year. I remember the first couple months of that, I'd be working like 80 hours a week, 70 hours a week. I still do that, but now I stream more than I work my part-time job. But before, I worked a full-time job and streamed every day. Coffee. Remembering why you're doing what you're doing when you're dead tired and want to take a nap. And prioritizing your life. School comes first. For me, school always came first. I don't want to just like blanketly say that to people, but kind of, yeah, school comes first. Don't quit your job because money is how you live, and don't expect Twitch to make money. Like, that's actually a good umbrella. don't expect Twitch to make you money. You may hear that I make so and so money, look at these top streamers are making money.